We're in the building. This is episode 2 of the season 2 of the Casa podcast. We hope you're doing well. I've got the whole family in the house. I've got Efia in the building looking pretty as always. D came with some fire today. D came with the fire. And Nag is here. Nag, I love your suit, man. Your jacket is just doing the trick. How you doing, brother?
Charlie. I'm doing good, and you?
I'm great, brother. I'm great. Efia, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm coping. Everything is fine. Mm-hmm.
That's not what I want to be hearing. No, I need some positivity, energy. Coping.
I'm good.
Good. D, how you doing?
I'm doing very fine.
Good. How's the week for you guys? How's the week? What did you guys get into?
For me, only in my room with my phone, and I mean joining Twitter Spaces, and it was boring, but I can't complain. You understand me? I can't complain. So Didn't
you go to work this week?
This week, no.
Okay. Efia, what did you get into?
Nothing vigorous. Like I was just basically at home, in bed, eat, relax. I'm preparing for next. I think next week you're going to resume school. So I'm prepping my whole brain, my body for the school season. So I wasn't doing anything active.
Nice. D, what did you get into?
Same old stuff. Like nothing
same old.
Yeah, nothing of the usual. Mostly indoors because of COVID. Watching movies.
Oh, you went to the gym.
Yeah, I went to the gym. So I started the gym this week.
You're back again.
Yeah.
Nice. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the things we need to be able to achieve our goals. We're going to be talking about self-esteem and confidence. I'm so excited to get into the meat of the conversation. Right? But there's quite a few items I would like us to touch on before we get into the nitty-gritty of the conversation. I have a big question for you guys. I don't know how big it is going to be, but Efia, I want you to tell us, when did you look in the mirror, right? When did you finally look in the mirror, look at yourself and go like, I am a beautiful young woman? When did you come to that realization? I'd come around. So D and Nag, start thinking about it. But when did you look in the mirror and go like, I am a beautiful young woman?
I think that should be high school.
High school?
Yes.
So that's like what, 13, 14?
No, high school is like 15.
15. Okay.
15. I think it was high school. One time, I think we had reopened. And so we went to school and my sister gave me this night wear. Yes, my sister gave me I think I was in second year or so.
Okay.
So one time I was going to take my bath, and I think she a Form 1 student here. She saw me. I was like, in high school they call you, they add sister to your name. Hey, Sister Fia, you look so nice. You're so pretty.
And you melted like that. Oh,
yeah. I was like, okay, this is not something I was expecting. So I went back to the dormitory, and then I went to put a mirror at the window. And I'm like, okay, now let me look at myself properly. What is there that I'm not seeing? So I think it was afterwards I felt like, okay, I'm really, very pretty. So I didn't really look down on myself and think, oh, I'm like this, or I'm like that, Yeah.
Nice. D, when was it for you?
I think I have a similar story as Abby, but I think mine started in junior high school. Okay. My teachers were giving me compliments a lot. So I think it got into my head, but I became very self-aware when I got to senior high school.
Okay.
I was in Form 1 by then. Anytime I'll get back to school, I would go to the barbering salon, go and get this haircut. There was this haircut they called fading.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get a fading, go back to school, and the compliment I'll be getting.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. So that got into my head, and same time I had to go and look into the mirror, like, what are they seeing am I not to see? So that's when I became self-aware that, okay, I'm indeed pretty.
So the reason I asked this question, and if you're for those watching the video, leave the answer in the chat box. I really want to know. It's a question that I feel is the starter to self-realization, getting to know your worth, getting to know who you are. And so this is just a conversation starter. I want us to think back. When exactly did you realize what others were seeing, right? When did you, oh, I look good? Because as we get into the conversation, you'd see exactly why I asked the question. But in the comment section, just tell us a short story, or, if it's just the age, let us know when you got to find this out. Nag.
Yo.
When did you finally come to it and say, hey, I am a fine young man? Like, it is important for the conversation we're about to have about chasing our dreams, chasing our goals, getting where we want to go, meeting our expectations for the year 2022. So, Nag, tell me when.
You've asked a very, very, very big question. Okay. Since my life, I think I had this perception because my mom used to insult me like, hey, your face look ugly, like that mother stuff. If I do anything, so I was like, oh, okay. So I never find I never have that perception that I look. I'm a fresh boy. You understand me? So one day when I went to school and I was like, one lady approached me and said, and comprehend me and say, oh, Nana Jima, you look beautiful.
Oh.
And I realized, yes, I feel big big, and I was like, wow.
So this was like high school?
High school. It happens in the high school.
Okay. So what age was this? What age were you at this point?
High school, I think it was
15, 16.
No. High school was, I think 20 or something.
20. Oh, okay.
20, yeah. Let's say 20, yeah.
Guys, the comments are coming in thick and fast, and we appreciate you joining the podcast, and we need you to leave your comments in the section below, right? When did you look in the mirror, right, and know that, hey, I am a beautiful young man or a beautiful young woman? Hey, Nag made me use beautiful. Handsome young man. Nag. Precious is asking, Nag, did the woman... Oh my God, the lady comprehended you. I think we all know the point Nag was trying to get across, and this is why we love our Nag. I must say, last week, people were just dying. I have a couple of Nigerian friends who texted me, your Nag guy, he is just something else. Everybody was just like, oh my gosh. If the comments are coming in for you. If you're looking really good. Today people are looking good. D, if Nag, everybody's looking their best. And I think it's so apt for the conversation we're trying to have, right? When, in my opinion, when a person looks in the mirror and finally accepts themselves, right? And finally stops criticizing, oh, I have a big ear, I have this. Is the beginning of a journey, right? That over time leads them to great heights, right? It leads them to places they never really imagined they could go. And I ask the question because most often, right, we get called on to do something, right? Like we go to an event, we have an event, and they're like, hey, the host is running late. D, can you MC? I'm like, oh, me? No. I'm not good at public speaking. Oh, me. No. This is not a face for TV. Oh, this is not a face for YouTube. Oh, this is this. We always push ourselves away from actually realizing these things. But the day you're like, okay, I can do it. I can also pick up the mic and do it. Most often we surprise ourselves. And I bring this up. D was here at the beginning of the podcast. Ifya was here at the beginning of the podcast. We were just sitting in their living room having a conversation. And we're like, let's start a podcast. And none of us realized we were podcasters. None of us thought we were podcasters. And today, look at us, right? And so I think accepting yourself, believing in yourself, and I think most often accepting our looks and how we look is the first step to realizing our self-worth and our self-esteem. And I think it's a great component to chasing our goals. right? So I want you guys to share stories where just having confidence in yourself made you do things you didn't think you could do. You know, like something you never really thought of, but then you offered the opportunity and you stepped up to the plate and you delivered. But before you guys come in, I have a comment I want to address. I was always told by my family that I had big ears and it worried me. A few years ago, someone told me they love my big eyes and it worried me. And a few years ago, someone told me they love my eyes and it changed everything about me. That compliment was life changing. That's so beautiful. You shared that with us. It's wonderful, right? That sometimes we don't even see it till people compliment us. And I think it was a common thread in most of the stories you shared. Ifya said she was on her way and a junior was like, hey, sister Ifya. D was like, hey, I get a haircut, and everybody is complimenting the haircut, right? Compliments do change lives. And Precious, I know Precious personally. She's a very gorgeous young woman. And don't mind those people who are talking about your eyes, because Precious, you have beautiful eyes. You have beautiful eyes. And I know Nag is laughing because he's seen her eyes. And sometimes once we begin to accept these things about ourselves, it gives us this confidence to approach things. So any stories of when you guys just did something out of sheer belief, right? Knowing, hey, I'm the bomb. And then you went out there and delivered. Ifya, when was it for you? When you were asked to come sit on Casa Podcast?
No, I think I was still behind from high school. So in high school, right, you have a fresher, like you're from one student. When you come, they have freshers nights. So they'll ask all of you to either dance, act, do something. And then they would ask you after you dance, you model. They'll do something, like they want to play with you.
Okay.
And there was a time I was asked to dance. I used to dance. Okay. I was asked to dance. I was so shy. But I'm like, okay, let me try something out. And I was just doing it so they don't punish me. But I ended up doing so well. And then I think I won the Miss, I don't know how to do, upstairs. Like there's something called Miss Upstairs, Miss Downstairs. Okay. So I won. I'm like, okay, I didn't even think I could do this. I had not prepared nothing, And I feel like sometimes you just have to try it. You don't have to think about how I look, what will somebody think. It just hinders a lot of progress. You just do what you can do. If it's not good, you improve on it. You don't have to bring yourself back thinking, oh, I'm not that good. I don't think people like me the way I like myself.
That's definitely true. And I think from your story, people can understand why I asked the preceding question, right? Because sometimes it's all in our head. We hold ourselves back before someone would even enter a beauty contest, right? Sometimes they have everything it takes to win. But they look themselves in the mirror and like, nah, who am I to be Miss Legon? No, forget. Who am I to be Miss Ghana? No, forget it. But once you accept it, now you're able to go out there. And do you know the funny thing? Everybody who has won a beauty contest entered a beauty contest. That's the one thing that is common among every winner. You actually have to enter to win. Most people don't enter because they don't feel good enough. And we can relate it to almost all the goals we're setting this year. If you want to finish grad school, you have to enter grad school. You have to believe in yourself. Hey, I am intelligent enough. I'm smart enough to enter grad school. If you want to win any competition, you have to believe in yourself, have that confidence to actually start. It's a beautiful thing. Get into that. I think, there's a saying that there are two important days in your life. The day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would flip those around. I think the day you were born, and people who know me know I'm not so big on birthdays. The day you were born, I will scrap that. I think the day you find out why you were born and the day the world finds out, those are the two important things. And I feel the first step to finding why you were born is accepting yourself, building that self-esteem, looking in the mirror and telling yourself, hey, you're it. And that's why things like words of affirmation work. People wake up in the morning and look in the mirror like, you're going to kill it, you're going to win, you're going to smash it. I think it's the first step in most things to a healthy mindset. D, what do you have a story for us?
Yeah, I think I have a story like that. I think I was a prefect in high school, and I hadn't given announcements before the entire school before. So the guy or the prefect in charge that day to give announcements, I don't know what happened, but he was incapable of doing that. So they called me. I was the sports prefect. So they called me to give a quick announcement. And my God, that was my first time. And if you know me, you know I'm a very shy person. I don't like talking. And talking in front of people is one of my major problems. So I had to keep speaking to myself like, D, you can do this. You can do this. And there's like a population of about 2,000 and more going to stand in front of them. So I just had to speak to myself that I got this, I could do this. And then I just took up the task and then went ahead to deliver. So that was my first challenging moment, and I was able to pick up the task and then deliver.
And I bet you killed it. I wasn't there, but I bet you killed it.
I did.
You see, and that's a beautiful thing, right? Sometimes opportunities fall on our lap. Something we're not even prepared for, something we were not expecting. If I remember yesterday, we were having a conversation and I'm like, sometimes you can't even plan for those ones. When I do my life plan, I don't plan for all those happenstances. But when you step up to the plate, you deliver. And I feel one of the key components to actually step into the plate is having that belief that I can do it. Nak, do you have a story for us?
More story.
Yeah,
you know something. Let me make it short. Like,
give it to us. Give us a story.
After I finished SHS and I applied for a school, I chose graphics, fashion. I think fashion design was the last choice that I chose. So I was like, and they gave me fashion. I was like, no. When looking into my grade, like I don't deserve to be picked at the last. You understand? The last choice. You understand me? So I was expecting them to take me as a graphics design, as a graphics. You understand? So they didn't give me that program, and they gave me a fashion. And the fashion, to do know one thing, is advanced fashion.
Okay.
Meaning 1 year course.
Oh, okay.
Instead of them to give me 3 year course, I don't know why. So I was so disturbed. So I was working, and I went to the fashion lab and explained things to the HN. What do you call it? The
head of department. HOD, head of department.
That this is the grade that I have. I don't know why they gave me the advanced fashion. And he said he can't do anything about it. So one of the colleagues over there advised me that this is a good course. I should, take a bold step and use it. You understand me? So I said, okay. So when I went to hostel, and my mom called me, and my mom and dad called me, and they asked me what course am I did I have, and I told them no, I'm doing a fashion design and textile. They were like, why? Are you crazy? Are you dead?
Oh my goodness!
If we are going to do fashion, why don't you ask? We have our aunties over there who are sewing. Why don't you let them? Put you that place. You understand me? So I hung up the phone, and I put the phone somewhere. 3 days time, they never hear from me. You understand me? So on the 4th day, I on my phone. They were the first person to call, and they called me. They went and do their research. They asked about their friends, and those is fashion can fetch us money, or like is it good for? They gave their friends gave them a good advice, so they encouraged me that no, I should do it. You understand? whatever I need, they will sponsor. So I was like, okay. And when I went there, it was a disaster. Struggling to sew. I wasn't knowing nothing. You understand? I didn't know nothing, and they were all the people that I'm with are grown-ups. You understand? 40s and 30s and something. You understand me? They are grown-up people. You understand me? So only I. So I was like, wow. So I used to tell them, you are my wife, you are my wife. So I use that wifey now as a friendship. So I get close to them, and they started to teach me the tips. You understand me? Do this, do that, do this. So I take advantage of them, and they make me pass the fashion.
Okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I think Nag shared a story that is very common in the Ghanaian community, right? For our international listeners. In most countries, right, in most parts of the world, you decide what you want to go and study, and then you go get whatever you want, right? You go to school. Sometimes you even do like 3-4 years, 2-3 years of experimental uni, right? You study whatever you want, and then whenever you decide on a major, you settle on that major. But in Ghana, you're given whatever program you're going to study right before you get in. And at that time, a lot of people battle with some of these things, right? People don't get the things they wanted to go study. People don't get the courses they want to pursue. And I think for those people, I think this conversation is a very interesting one, right? Whatever it is, doing it with your best, doing it with your all, sometimes really helps, right? Having that belief that, look, I wanted to be a mechanical engineer, but now I've been told to go and study architecture. Listen, I'm going to be the best architect there is, right? I'm going to go there and give it my all is very important. And I think Nag's story, from what I heard and what I picked from it, is whatever the situation, just believing in yourself, using the tools you have. Like he talked about networking, and I think his networking is a bit interesting, where he's going like, yeah, that's my wife. But it helped him through, right? One, it helped him accept his position. It helped him make the most of the people around him. And then he was able to successfully get through the program, right? And so even in chasing our goals, sometimes we think of ourselves as elephants. Then we get to the playground and we realize, look, you're a cheetah. So then you have to run as fast as you can, right? Updating your beliefs about your own self is very important, right? Updating your beliefs about your own self. I'm sure if Ifya thought, hey, I'm going to be the best grad student possible. And then she came here and she realized, hey, I can also be a podcaster. So now she's updated her belief, and now you chase all these goals. And I think it still comes down to self-esteem. And in 2022, if we're actually going to get to our targets, if we're going to get to the goals we've set for ourselves, man, we need to have that. I think it's key. That self-belief, that self-confidence, and using the tools you have to get where you need to go. The comments are coming in. I'm going to read some of the comments, right? Some are lovely. This is how you know you have been lying to me, and Nag. This is how you've been lying to Nag. Stop lying to people, though. Precious thought you were serious when you told her she was your wife. Now she realized you've been lying to her. Let's see. I think parents have a massive impact in how we see ourselves and what we see ourselves capable of doing in the early years anyways. Nag experience, apart from the wifey story, is similar for, I need the rest of this comment. This is from Christine. I know Christine is watching us from Australia. We really appreciate you staying up this late to watch. We listen, the support, all the people watching and all the people sharing the video, hitting the like button, we really appreciate you. But if you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, just hit that subscribe button. That's boop that notification bell so that whenever we get on, you'd be in here and we can interact with you. This is why we're doing this. We love doing this. We love interacting with you. Like in season 1, we'd prepare the hot sauce and we dump it out. But now we're preparing the hot sauce with the listeners, and it's just mind blowing. So thank you so much for bringing the comments in. Keep them coming in. Hit that like button. Share this stream with your friends on your timeline so that people can hop in and interact with us. This is the tribe. This is Kojo. Everyone on here. Nag is sharing so many stories, and we're all trying to chase the dreams. Like we're trying to get into the new year with new mindsets and sort of chase all the goals we talked about.
I love the comments that came earlier about parents having
yeah, I think
you know, a major
part to play.
When it comes to building our self-esteem. You know, sometimes you have your people that are very dear to you telling you it's a lot. You know, so dear to you telling you, look, you can do this. It boosts your confidence. So I would urge all parents to not, you know, dampen their kids' spirits. Try to always uplift them, because I mean they play a major role in their lives.
And Kojo, do you know that when they sometimes children, like when you get pumped or how do you say pumped? You will not know the good use of it. You understand me? Like sometimes it has to be from your negative. The negative will ginger you. Sometimes there are some people, they need a trigger.
Okay. No, so I get that part of it, right? I get that part. But I also believe, not just parents, I think even as friends, I think we should be able to encourage our friends.
Yeah.
Like there are some friends who are around you and all they see is the negative. And anybody who's played soccer with me, you've played soccer with me.
Yeah.
And anybody who's been around me, when I'm playing soccer, to my teammates, I'm like, if you don't have anything positive to say, if you don't have anything uplifting to say, just shut up. Right. And so, you know, when you miss a chance, I'm like, hey, the next one, you get the next one. Oh, when anything goes wrong, it's uplifting. And I try to make that a habit. So in 2021, if we're going to chase goals, if we're going to really make it, we have to be able to learn to bring the people around us up. Like if you're around me and you feel like a 2, I can make you feel like a 20 in 5 minutes, right?
So
we need to build each other up. And I think it's going to really help us in chasing these goals. In 2022, surround yourself with people who believe in your dream, who push you to do more. Sometimes you go to someone and be like, hey, I really want to get 2 subscribers on YouTube. And then they look at you like, come on, 2, let's do 200. Like, hey, it scares me. Like, we'll do it together. And then they build you. And sometimes you don't get 200, but you definitely get more than 2. And so I always would encourage every one of us, as we chase these goals, as we try to achieve success in 2022, let's encourage and uplift the people around us, right? And if we're young parents or if we're going to be parents, these are things we need to know. Build your kids up, build them up. Like, I know it has so much merit. Like every day my dad looks at me and says, hey, go get a chump. It gives me a new pep it gives me an extra spring in my step. Just knowing that the people behind you believe in you, like my siblings, like just that builds you up. And so if we're going to be parents, we definitely do.
Yeah, and with that, it helps you not to disappoint, because you know people are looking up to you, people are cheering you on. So it gives you some sort of power or some sort of motivation to not disappoint. And we can't overemphasize that.
Yeah, it's true. Nag, I think we have another thing for another t-shirt, man. I know Delali is watching the stream. I love and appreciate that man so much. He keeps coming up with these wonderful concepts. Like, guys, look out for the Casa merch coming out very soon, because the Lali is on it. By the time the episode is always done, he already has stuff for the merch, and very soon we'll be giving out free merch. So keep watching the show, keep enjoying, keep subscribing, sharing with your friends, get as many subscribers as possible, and the Lali's got you. And if you need any work done, listen, the Lali, Ellie, and all those Lili guys, they've got you. But Nag, this is definitely going on the shirt. New style of networking. Wifey. It's definitely going on a shirt. It's definitely going on a shirt. I'm networking when your partner asks you, hey, what are you doing calling this person your wife? Hey, it's networking. Nag said it's networking. New style of networking. That's so beautiful.
You didn't tell us when you realized, like, you were.
If you are a boy. The time has passed. The time has passed. Okay. When did I realize I'm the... So I guess for me, it's been something very early on. I think when I was younger, people thought I was just annoying. I was inquisitive. I was curious, but I always felt, there's something special to this. Like this can't be it, and it made me want more. And so I think maybe like 9, 10, and it was because I was doing things slightly different from the people in my class, right? Like, I would use a good example. Like when the first Harry Potter book came out, there was only one book. One of my classmates, or Siama, had it, and we had to pass it around. And it would be like 2 days here, like 3 days here. And he came to me, and the next day I was giving it to someone else. I'm like, I think I have something that my friends have. So it's some of those things, the little things. But coming really to it, I think it's an everyday thing. Every day I wake up and I'm like, who is that guy? Who's that fine guy? Damn, so yeah, I think
you are brushing.
Naga is brushing. Eresi said, so true. Self-confidence is absolutely important. If we're going to be winning in 2022, it's key. It's key. And I think
let me share one story. At the my mom left me when I was 8 years, and I was living with my aunties. You understand me? So they provide everything. But one thing about me, when I was 8 years, I never feel like I don't want to depend on any family. Like, I don't like school. You understand me? For me, school I don't like. You understand me? So I was like hustling. From selling kerosene, JJ time we used to sell kerosene and gameplay, family game. You understand me? And other stuff. So I was hustling, like anything for money. I would do. You understand me? So they were like, why is it that you don't like school? You always into money. That's what I want, you understand me? So I did it, and I was not good in school, you understand me? I was my school performance is bad, but in business, why, like selling this, doing this to get money, I think I'm master. I'm a master of that, you understand? By school, no. So I sell kerosene in the evening, get money when it is tomorrow. I will not when I close from school, I will come and arrange family game for others people to play, and I'll get money from it. You understand me? I will never open my books to learn or do my homework. You understand me? So that's the type guy I was.
So for the kids watching, don't be like Nag.
Don't be like me. Don't be like me. So
please open your books every night and study. I think it's also.
So they took me to boarding school.
Okay. So that you can't do all these things.
My thing changed. Like my life changes. I started learning how to read small in school. You understand me? But when I was when I wasn't in school,
the boarding school.
When I wasn't in the boarding school, I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to do anything. You understand? So when they took me to
I think we're getting, but again, I would read one of the comments that Bills brought in. Bills is a great guy. I started interacting with him a few weeks ago, and he said, in 2022, surround yourself with people who push you to do more. And it's true. I think you are your pack, right? You begin to run at the pace of your pack. So I always try, and this is a tip I'm going to share with everyone. Every time in my tribe, in my crew, right, I try to get at least 2 different types of people. People who are pushing me to do more, and people like, I am pushing to do more. So you have someone who is pouring in you and someone you're pouring into. Always try to have those people in your inner circle, right? Someone who would make every single dream of yours, no matter how small, way bigger than it should be. That will scare you. Like you want to do something and they're like, hey, let's go 10 steps to the next level. And always have someone who you're always trying to help, like uplift, like someone you're trying to help build up. In 2022, we're going to win together as a tribe, as everybody on the stream, all the people in the live, and all the people who are going to watch this later. The goal is to win. The goal is to achieve all the targets we're setting for ourselves in 2022. And we're going to do this by constantly running together, right? As a pack, like chasing our goals together, leaning on each other for strength. Sometimes you need other people to build your confidence. Sometimes the confidence comes from within. Sometimes you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I've got this. Like, I'll tell you a story a friend shared with me when I asked her this story. She's like, listen, one day I had to give a presentation at work and I hadn't ever given a presentation. I know she's watching the live stream and she's going to claim it in the comment section. But she said, I had never actually done a presentation and it was time for me to go do that. She said, listen, I spent time doing my makeup. I dressed to kill. And she's like, I was a little late for the meeting, but I was like, I don't even care. She walks in and she delivers, right? And that was a transformative moment. Now she's just killing it in her industry. She is into like promotions and advertisement, and she's like one kick-ass promoter in the business, right? And it's like that one day where she had to step up to the plate, looking in the mirror and being like, girl, you're gonna kill it. That changed a lot. And so sometimes the self-confidence comes, like the confidence comes from within, right? But sometimes you need your pack. Sometimes you need your crew. Sometimes you need your tribe. And that's why we here at the Casa Podcast and the tribe are always ready to be there for our friends. Like we're always ready. We're ready to go down for you. So every week we can check in. And guys, again, if you're listening and if you're watching the live, the playback, leave in the comment section when you actually felt, when you finally knew, gosh, I've got it. I don't know what it is, but I've got it. I really want to know. I really want you to share some of this with us. And I'll take some last words on this, and then we'll move into another segment, a wonderful segment coming up. So guys, sometimes you need great makeup and a nice dress. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Christine is just killing me in the comment section. And it's so true. Sometimes you need great makeup and a nice dress. And Christine knows what she's talking about. Guys, give her a follow. She is a model, right? She's a big time Instagram model. She nails it. I think she works with L'Oreal and all those people. So for the young women who really want to get into all these things, she's got the tips. She's got all the sauce. She's always cooking the sauce, right? And you see, that's my crew, man. She pushes me to do better, man. She pushes me to do better. Yeah, 2022, positive vibes only. Yes, we're getting all that positive vibe. D, what do you have to tell us? How do we chase our goals? Give us some confidence.
One thing I would like to add is that we need to have accountability partners, someone who is going to hold us accountable for whatever goal we've set to. And that person could be a close friend, whoever you think deems fit for that. And the person will keep you up to task, like keep you on your toes, and will be checking out frequently if you are doing what you said you're going to do. I think that's one way to help us go for our goals or chase our goals properly. Yeah.
That's so true.
Having an accountability partner.
Accountability partner. That's so important. We're definitely going to need accountability partners. And I know Afia and I have this arrangement of accountability for this program we're doing. It gets tough. Sometimes I just want to give up. And sometimes I know she wants to give up. But the cost of giving up is too much for her, so she doesn't even think about it. Don't even think about it. If what else do we need in our attempts to chase our goals? What else do we need?
Sometimes, right, we have to remind ourselves of why we started. You know, sometimes before you start doing something, the excitement, the vibe, the drive, and all that. If you get to the middle of the journey, it feels like it starts to die off. So you have to go back and remind yourself, look, I was doing this because this is something that excites me and something that's going to put me on the next level. I don't think I have to give up now. I need to get this done. reminding yourself of why you started the journey itself, it's one thing that can push you to get to the level you want to get to. And other times too, I think we should try having like a plan, you know, even though we don't always stick to it, it kind of keeps us in check that okay, this week, or like, you know, you take it week by week. You can so today I want to do this, and that. And then you're like, okay, I've not done anything the whole day. At least by the end of the day, this thing is supposed to be done. You know, so even if you're going to lazy about and do nothing, after you look on the schedule and see the things you were supposed to do, you see that you can achieve like 50% of it. You're like, okay, at least let me do 5. You know, keep going. And the most important thing when it comes to journeys like this is the fact that you can you know, slip or, you know, be lazy sometimes, but you don't have to stop. You just don't have to stop. I say I want to go to the gym and okay, today I didn't go, and then I'm like, okay, because I didn't go, I've stopped. No, it doesn't stop. I'm the one doing it, and I decide, you know, if I missed it, nobody's gonna kill me. Let me just get back and continue. It's gonna take a longer time for you to get there, but you're going to get there. You know, you just don't have to give up on our goals easily like that. No, you slip up, you know, something might happen, you might forget. If you remember, okay, I was doing this, go back to it, pick it up again and continue from where you ended. Yeah, right.
Definitely. That's so wonderful. That's so powerful. I don't want us to miss that point. You can slip up, you can fall. Don't lie down. Don't give up. I think it's one of the things. It's a very beautiful story you shared with us. Like, don't ever give up. Like, especially with the gym. last week I was having fun when I went into the gym because, you know, all the new year, new me people were in the gym, and like, I mean, it gets hard. After the second day, you start feeling the pain, and for a lot of people, that's when it ends. And then they'll come back next year, and then they'll feel the pain again. Listen, you feel the pain, you can take a break. Sometimes you take a day off. I don't prescribe days off. You know me, no days off. But sometimes it's fine to take a day off.
No pain, no gain.
Don't give up. Exactly. No pain, no gain. No gain. And it should be like this for all our goals. You can take a break. You can take a breather. Rebecca shared something. She said, sometimes you should also relax and have fun. It's important. Chase these goals. Make sure you don't break down. I don't want you to be go, 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 go and miss out on life. It's good. Take a break sometimes. Take a breather sometimes. Enjoy things sometimes. Have some fun. But don't let your 2-week vacation end in the 10-year sabbatical. Never give up on your dreams. Like, even if, and I'd always go back to soccer analogies, right? I don't expect my friends, if we're playing soccer for like 90 minutes, I don't want you to be running for 90 minutes. I want you to take like 2-3 minutes where you're slowing down, you're catching your breath, you're relaxing, but just don't give up on the game. I don't care what the scoreline is. We could be 10-0 down. Just don't give up on the game. Don't quit. And this should be your attitude and mentality in 2022. In chasing your goals, sometimes you'll be knocked down. Things go unexpectedly. Like, things do not go as you plan them. Like, things will knock you down. Just get back up, dust yourself off, and go again. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Like, I know things have been stopping you from hitting that subscribe button. I know things have been stopping you from sharing the link. That like button has been so hard to push. I know, I understand. Just don't give up. Take a deep breath, count to 5, and then hit that like button. I know you can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. You can share. You can get me 10 subscribers. And then if you get me 10 subscribers, I'll get you the custom Casa hoodie. This is the Humble hoodie. I'm going to give away a couple of the Live Humble hoodies. So listen, just get the subscribers. Let me know you're getting them in. Hit that like button, hit that share button. And the minute we hit 200 subscribers, I'm going to give away 2 free hoodies, and then we're going to start giving out some Casa merch. And so, guys, this is how we intend to chase our goals. Share with us how you intend to chase your goals. I'm going to go through